Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Poland's defence minister says the country has faced many attempts to breach the border with Belarus overnight, but now has 15,000 troops to help repel the migrants. At least 2,000 migrants have become stranded at the border of the centre of an escalating international row. Poland's defence ministry has tweeted this video, alleging that a Belarusian soldier fired a shot to intimidate the migrants. For months, the EU and now NATO and the US have accused Belarus's leader, Alexander Lukashenko, of provoking a renewed refugee crisis in Europe. Russia and Belarus say the EU is refusing to discuss the crisis with them. Lithuania's Prime Minister has visited a border guard headquarters as migrants continue to attempt crossing the country's frontier with Belarus. Ingrida Simoniete said within the last 24 hours there had been 281 attempts to get into Lithuania illegally. Lithuania has also imposed a state of emergency at the border. Countries are being urged to strengthen their carbon-cutting targets by the end of 2022 in a draft agreement published at the COP26 Glasgow Climate Summit. Speaker of the House of Representatives Nancy Pelosi made today's keynote speech, saying America was back when it comes to climate change and cutting emissions. Meanwhile, protesters dressed as guards from the series Squid Game in a demonstration to demand that Samsung Electronics make a transition to 100% renewable energy. Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai has married in the UK. The 24-year-old and her new husband, Asa, celebrated their wedding in Birmingham with their families. Malala has been a high-profile campaigner and advocate for women's rights. She survived being shot by a Taliban gunman when she was just 15 years old. Australia's town of Alice Springs has been hit by a record spring rainfall, causing the Todd River to swell and burst its banks. More than 100 millimetres of water have been recorded overnight. Videos show water almost reaching the level of a sidewalk. Some trees have also been partially submerged by the high levels of water. Snowstorms have wreaked havoc in northeast China, with record snowfall in some parts disturbing traffic, train services and power supplies. Traffic in Liaoning province has been severely disrupted, with the majority of expressway toll stations shut. Since the arrival of a cold wave on Sunday, temperatures in northeastern China have plunged by as much as 14 degrees Celsius. Meteorological departments have issued red alerts for snowstorms. The New Zealand Prime Minister has experienced the dangers of working from home firsthand when her young daughter interrupted her while she was doing a Facebook Live.
But you'll see that greater certainty for business. You're meant to be in bed, darling.
Jacinda Ardern was talking about the country's COVID measures when her daughter walked in because she couldn't sleep.
I'll come and see you in a minute, okay? Sorry, everybody. Yeah, Nanny will take you down to bed. Thanks, Nana. Well, that was a bedtime fail, wasn't it?
Ardern became New Zealand's youngest Prime Minister, holding office while she was pregnant. A pair of diamond bracelets that once belonged to France's Queen Marie Antoinette have been sold for 7.46 million Swiss francs in an auction. The bracelets are composed of 3 strings of diamonds and a large barrette clasp for a total of 112 diamonds. According to the auction house Christie's, the hammer was initially priced at 6.2 million francs.
Years. And again, that is exceptionally rare to find, and especially jewels of such great quality. You know, if you hold these bracelets in your hand, the quality of the workmanship still today is superior to a lot of the things that we see made in the modern world.
And finally, Santa Claus has visited the Sea of Galilee in Israel to open the Christmas season in the Holy Land.
Oh, Merry Christmas from the Sea of Galilee!
Organised by Israel's tourism board, Father Christmas crossed the lake paddling a kayak, pulling gifts and Christmas trees for children in the region. The Sea of Galilee is, according to the Bible, where Jesus walked across water 2,000 years ago. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.